My name is Andrew Budziak, and I am an urban wildlife photographer. Cities across Canada are home to some remarkable animals that we don't often know are even there. So in this series, I'm traveling coast to coast, using photography to tell the stories of some awesome urban wildlife. Each stop along the way has its own unique assignment, challenges, and adventures. So grab your camera. Things are about to get wild. Alberta, you're stunning, majestic, inspiring. So why, when I show up, do you turn cold, rainy, and miserable? Let's head inside and warm up. Malton Mortar has a mac and cheese that's damn near perfect, and my body needs this hot, cheesy excellence right now. The forecast for the next few days is bad, so this will be my last chance, for a while anyway, to be dry and cozy. Also, it's giving me time to prepare for how I want to capture this photo. I'm not here to photograph a single animal. I'm here to tell the story of a wildlife underpass. In order to get this photo, I'll be using a complex nighttime photography setup, which requires a lot of gear. The animal undercrossing is located at the far end of a massive green space. It's about 1 kilometer from the nearest parking spot, but that's a good thing, because the hike over is providing some excellent clues.
Some kind of fur. There's good stuff out here.
I've seen photos of this place, but the images don't do it justice.
This is gonna be good. Oh, man. Oh. This is everything. For the kind of photography that I do, this nighttime camera trap, urban stuff, this is it. Oh. Oh. What is this? The first thing I'm gonna do is start looking around for tracks.
These will tell me where the animals like to walk and give me the best sense of where to set up my camera.
Snacks. Oh, wasabi peas.
Oh, so many peas. So many peas.
Oh, really good though. I'm about to start setting up all my nighttime camera stuff, and a little impromptu reggaeton and tagging party has opened up behind me, which is perfectly fitting, and I'm sure they appreciate urban wildlife as much as I do. How can they not? This little house, which is going to hold my camera. Oh, God. Here come the cops, and there go the kids. Oh, am I hitting the glass here? There's no way. This right here is a super specialized piece of gear. This can sense when an animal's coming by. It tells the camera takes a picture, tells the flashes, and it allows all of this to happen. Ugh, jeez. Ugh. I am done. This is set up, so we're gonna move somewhere to watch this. Hopefully we can get some action, because this has been a lot of work.
It's late, cold, and pretty spooky out here. So what's the point of this assignment? Road deaths are the largest threat to urban wildlife in Canada. Conservatively speaking, 12 large animals like deer, coyote, or foxes are killed every hour in Canada. That's not counting squirrels, birds, and amphibians. So constructing tunnels and bridges for animals to cross busy roads is an idea that's gaining popularity across the country. Unfortunately, tonight, this doesn't seem to be a very popular tunnel.
This is going to be a really tough assignment.
On the way back to the car, the night went from frustrating
Hey, look, 2 eyes.
to very scary.
Do you see those? Looking straight at us. Okay. Fucking mountain, holy shit.
There were 2 sets of eyes. One crossed the path in front of us. The other went back through the bush. The first set of eyes was high enough that it looked like it belonged to a deer, but that second set was the right height for a cougar.
Anything we need to know?
We can't be near these bushes right now.
Okay.
So we gotta get the fuck out this way. Okay, let's go. Probably tops my list of unexpected, terrifying encounters.
That night, I reviewed the footage. The first set of eyes belonged to a deer that crossed the path in front of us. But that other set of eyes that was lurking behind the deer, whatever those belonged to, moved low and fast. It could have been another deer or a cougar stalking that first deer. Cougars are big predators and can take down humans with ease. We were on edge and decided to move with a lot more caution, especially at night. Edmonton is a complex place. To start, it's not Calgary. Edmonton, by virtue of being an Albertan city, still has strong ties to the oil and gas industry. Scenes like this surround the city, but the city itself feels different. Edmonton is cut right in half by the North Saskatchewan River, which is a weird name for a river in Alberta. The river is insulated on both sides by a wide greenbelt. This design puts nature at the center of Edmonton, not high-rises or corporate logos, trees, and a river. So it's fitting that the story I'm trying to tell is about urban design helping animals navigate traffic, which is a very human-made problem. Unfortunately, those sunny scenes didn't follow me to the Underpass. This was another night of rainy, garbage weather. The plan for night 2 was to set up in a different part of the Underpass and pray to God something walks this way.
Gently. Let's get out of here. We're gonna leave the camera set up here. I don't think anyone's gonna come and mess with it. It's pouring, it's cold, it's miserable out. At daylight, come by and hopefully everything's still there. Stuff is still there.
A little bit of tension makes for a good story, but this is ridiculous.
I don't know what else to do.
I don't have a single photo, and worst of all, I'm hungry. But this is good timing. While in Alberta, I wanted to have a discussion about something that kind of ties all of this together: roads, industry, transport, and animals. So to get us into this discussion, let's get warmed up by the loving embrace of slow motion culinary ecstasy.
Food, it is personal. I mean, it is, for us, it is a personal choice, and it is born out of, like really the friendship that we had with these farmers. We source everything directly from people we know by name.
This is Range Road, abbreviated to RGERD, which is what rural farm roads are called in Alberta. This place is half restaurant, half butcher shop. Over 50% of Canada's beef comes from Alberta, so you would think a place like this would be all about beef, beef, and more beef. But that's not the case. Range Road is owned and operated by the business and life partners Blair Lebsack and Caitlin Fulton. They've set out to do things differently.
When people outside of Alberta think of this province, maybe oil and gas is number one, or maybe it's tied with beef.
We thought of that as well when we were first opening up, where like people think of Alberta beef, but what does Alberta beef mean? What is around that, and why is at the top of people's minds when there's so much else on the go. And so that really pushed us to find all of these other items that we knew existed in our province and how we could meet people.
Oh, that looks incredible.
Okay, yeah, our first dish, this is questionable bits, which is some wood-roasted chicken hearts, tarragon and some other spices down below.
It's absolutely perfect. Is this the big systems of food, kind of this, you know, huge industrial approach to agriculture and to getting food out there? I mean, is that a system that needs change?
That whole centralized food concept, I think that's where it's failing us now. It's failing the planet, it's failing supply chains, it's not working.
So this is our Alberta bison.
Bison and fiddleheads, this should be a national dish. In North America, are we eating too much meat?
Probably. I hesitate because we own a butcher shop, so.
I know it's a crazy question to ask,
but no, it's not.
We're actually often telling people that, like when they come in and they say, oh, I'll take a 16-ounce rib chop. You're like, oh, is that for two? And they're like, no, that's for me. I'm like, I'll actually say, I'm like, that's maybe too much meat.
I think buy less, buy better.
Yeah, buy less, buy better is, I love that idea. Like get a good high quality product, really enjoy it, know how to cook it, and just, and maybe don't have it, 4 nights a week.
Now that I was warm, full, and happy, I needed a new plan if I was going to get my photo. In my research, I'd come across a second possible location, but this one was hard to find. It wasn't connected to any trails, so it wasn't on any map that I could find. All I had to go on was some GPS coordinates listed in a city planning document.
I feel like a pirate, and those GPS coordinates, that's my little map. I'm allowing myself to feel a bit optimistic, which is extremely dangerous.
As I drove up to the new green space, a beautiful rainbow shot across the sky. I had to pull over to shoot it, and it was a good thing I did.
Hey, Fry. There are two of them in there. One popped out, the other one kind of leapt at it and kept going. I guess they don't know each other. It's our first bit of urban wildlife in Edmonton.
Woo! It's funny how something like a rabbit can change everything. Photo-wise, this city has been a nightmare. But now, things are feeling better. And the green space surrounding this new underpass had one more surprise.
We just pulled over to do a little drone shot, and this night heron landed about the same time we did.
I was feeling good. The weather turned awesome, and the luck just kept coming. The rabbit and the night heron were both in a section of green space connected to our new location. And this new spot, well...
Do you see this? Look at this. There are two of them. The beavers have dammed the river that's going through the underpass. And look. Scat. I gotta get this set up now. Really happy about that spot, really happy. Am I allowed to feel optimistic? I feel a little optimistic.
The next morning, it was time to see if this new location had paid off. I was nervous. This was my last day in Edmonton. I needed this photo.
My hands are almost shaking. Well, nothing. Got nothing last night. Nothing. And I leave here soon. The only thing I could think to do was leave the trap running in the day, but there's nothing happening in the day. It's dead down here.
Wildlife photography can be a very lonely endeavor. The success belongs to you, but so do the failures. We usually work in isolation, lots of time on our own, left alone with our thoughts and doubts. So when things are tough, it's always good to reach out to a friend, a colleague who's been there before.
You're not looking to shoot 10,000 images. You're looking at a story and how to convey your message. If art was communication, then that's what you're trying to use, is your photos to communicate something. What are you trying to tell, and how many images do you need to do that?
Jenny Wong is a fantastic photographer who's a fellow of the Royal Canadian Geographic Society and an ambassador for Polar Bears International.
Thank you. It matches your shirt?
It does match my shirt. This is,
Like, look.
look at this. Cheers.
Cheers.
You are, I think, what people think about when they think about a wildlife photographer. Arctic, polar bears, these massive adventures. You are like, you know, if a kid was going to do a project on wildlife photographer, they'd draw you.
I wouldn't consider myself a wildlife photographer.
What do you consider yourself?
I don't know, like more a storyteller. Because I mean, I don't shoot just exclusively wildlife. I think in order to really tell a story about an animal, you also have to look at its habitat, its surrounding, its scenery. And I think the most important thing is for you to experience it first, right? For you to actually understand, A, why you're there, and to feel the story, like to feel those bumps, to feel like, you know, that wind against your skin. Because if you went there with an idea, like a concept, and you come back with the same concept, what was the point of you going there? Like, you went there with an idea, and hopefully that idea evolves and changes with the people that you meet and the things that you see and what you feel. I say just enjoy it. Like, you should be blessed to be out there. Stop focusing just on the image.
My goal here was to use one image to kind of tell this big story. I had this photo in mind inside the underpass. But I was thinking about what Jenny said today. I think it's going to be best to use a collection of images. There are all these great little bits of life that revolve around these underpasses, and I've been able to capture some of them. And putting those all together is really telling a great story. And hopefully when those images line up together, it'll tell the story of all of this.
Photography is storytelling, and sometimes it's easy to forget that a single image can't always do justice to the message you want to get across. These underpasses are crucial to keeping urban wildlife safe. These animals are here because this underpass is allowing them to thrive in an area that otherwise would be deadly. It's creative and compassionate design like this that allows us to coexist with these awesome animals.